Good afternoon from Queensway in London, England. Week 9 Simulation Football League action continues today on Sunday. I'm Andy Hamilton along with Ryan Caudill. Ryan, quite the game ahead of us.
Yes, it is. I am very much looking forward to this one. It should be very fun for everyone.
With Sioux Falls in town, the Sparrows will take on the London Knights. As you can see from the team comparison, rush defense, something that is very important between these two teams with two good backs in Colin Hart and Jason Williams, but also the pass defense, very important. Defense overall, Ryan, I think could set the tone for today's game.
I think you're exactly right. The key to both of these defenses is going to be to stop, of course, the opposing offense, but that's easier said than done. Sioux Falls has had a great year on the back of Colin Hart and Julian Tyree, and London is doing the same with Angus McLean and Jason Williams on the other side of the ball. So the defense is going to be key in trying to win this game.
Obviously, taking care of the football, also very important. London, a league worst, minus 18 in the turnover differential. Sioux Falls, one of the better teams at plus 5. So, Ryan, when it comes down to play, you're going to have to be careful with the football, especially for the home team, if you want to get the upset at home.
That's exactly right.
Both teams coming off of a loss. London lost last week to Queen City. Sioux Falls lost last week to Baltimore. Sioux Falls has it teed up, and we are underway in Week 9 with London getting the ball first. Return will be brought out of the end zone. This a risky move, but Gabriel Manning gets all the way out to the 25, and for a minute there, Ryan, I thought he might have shook one.
Yeah, you're right. He looked like if he had broken just a couple more tackles, he could have broken free, maybe get some better field position for this offense.
This London Knights offense led by Angus McLean, the 6'6", 260-pound quarterback in his second season in the SFL, first season here with London. Also the general manager of the team. They will line up in a three-back in the backfield set. They give to Jason Williams up the middle, and Williams able to fall forward for 4. That's a good first play from scrimmage for them.
Yeah, and he fought for those 4 yards too. He's not going to make it easy on Sioux Falls. They are going to have to earn their win today. Jason Williams, he is a powerful back, and he's running hard, and he's not easy to stop.
Interesting fact here coming in, Ryan. Both teams 2-2 when it comes down to playing on the road or at home. London got both of their 2 wins at home, and Sioux Falls is 2-2 on the road. Hand off here to Williams off the left side. Williams stiff arms and gets out to the 44. Big carry from Jason Williams moves the chains for London.
And that's exactly what I was saying last play. He is going to make Sioux Falls have to work for this. He mows through a defender, and he gets a big gain on that play for London.
Sioux Falls has 5 members of their defense in their front 7. We will take a look at them after this play. Bunch formation to the top of the screen for McLean. His first throw of the day goes out to Jason Williams, and Williams is cut down on the outside by Jose Fuentes. Fuentes, along with Alex Parker and Nick Fargo, are the linebackers. James Kelly and Jonathan Camp are the defensive linemen. Then in the secondary, Sioux Falls has John Barnhart, Terrell Davis, Jay Ringgold, and A.J. Levy. So definitely a power-packed defense so far today. They have given up 1 first down. Here is McLean to throw again. Swings it out to Williams. 2 people coming, and Williams runs right into the Fuentes train. That's his second tackle right at that spot.
Yeah, that was the exact same play twice in a row, and Fuentes was all over it. He knew exactly what Jason Williams was doing, and he was able to hit him hard twice. Big third down here.
Single back quads look here with Williams, the lone man in the backfield. 3-2 look out of the Sparrows defense. McLean floats one, and that is somehow in the window and caught there on the outside. What a throw to Saren Storm, and he hauls it in.
Alex Parker nearly able to get an interception. It looked like he almost got a hand on it, but Angus McLean throwing a dart and has it just perfectly threaded in between the defenders for a very good first down.
Receiving threats for London: Saren Storm, Gabriel Manning, Vin Calia, as well as Robert Garrett Jr. and Evan Wood. JQ is the fullback, and Jason Williams the halfback. Here is the dump out to Williams on the outside. He'll pick up a couple positive yards there. It'll bring up 2nd and 7.
And I think we'll be seeing that a lot today. Jason Williams going out on that out route there, and Jose Fuentes there to bring him down for the third time, and they like that play a lot.
Kickoff here today in London at 4 p.m. local time. It is 53 degrees outside. Feels, though, Ryan, like 44. A little bit chilly, cloudy today. And we are looking forward to quite the game. And the hometown London Knights, so far on their first drive, are moving. As they move another 3 yards forward, it'll set up 3rd and 4.
Jason Williams is the start of the show so far. I think London is starting to establish that run game, trying to get Jason Williams some reps, get Sioux Falls kind of on their toes a little bit, and try to open up the passing game a little bit as well.
A passing game they have invested heavily in the offseason. They will look to see if they can get it going. But first, a handoff to Williams, who's stuffed. Williams won't go anywhere. He ran into a brick wall there on the outside, and Nick Fargo says, "Not today, sir."
Nick Fargo is one of the leading tacklers in the league, and he's showing you why. He breaks through the backfield almost unblocked, and Jason Williams pays for it.
That will force London far enough back that they're going to have to punt, but hold on. No punt just yet. A yellow hanky has found its way onto the field, and we're going to have to check with Ref 62. It's going to be an offsides or a neutral zone infraction. And the Knights obviously will accept that one there, Ryan, and that'll move them a little bit closer. I don't think it gives them the first down, though.
It puts them at the 34, which I think could be close enough for a field goal. It'd be a long field goal, but I would not. There's no reason not to try it, I think, here.
They do have the offense out. It is 4th and 1, so they would be able to potentially try and get someone across the line. That's not Jason Williams in the backfield. I don't know who's back there. They might be trying to draw them off sides here at the 34, see if they can get 2 penalties out of the 1 holding play, and they will just burn a timeout. So head coach Liam Crowder decided to take a risk, and it didn't pay off there.
Yeah, the Sparrows have a sharp eye whenever they're seeing that. They're not going to jump off sides twice in a row, and not going to give it to them too easily.
What they might have been doing there, Ryan, and this is just me speculating, they might have been trying to give JT Delaney an opportunity on the sidelines to warm up because they were all prepared to punt. And if they're going to attempt this field goal, which it looks like they are, that this is about a 51-yarder. He would need time to warm up. So they might have sent the offense out there to burn 30 seconds and at least give him a couple practice kicks on the sidelines.
I think you could be right. We'll see if that pays off here.
Delaney will be the kicker. It will be Dante to pass to hold. Kick is on the way, and it is no good. He did not get a hold of that one, and Sioux Falls will take over right there.
Yeah, it looked like I thought it might have had enough range, just a little bit off the uprights, off center. So he had the power, just not quite the accuracy there.
Pushed it, looks like, to the right-hand side, and Sioux Falls defense gets a empty possession and holds on there despite London putting together a solid first drive. Sparrows will line up with Julian Tyree under center. Colin Hart the back. They give up the middle, and that won't go anywhere. They tried to give it to the fullback, Jalen Wells, and Wells is stopped at the line.
Yeah, Cleveland makes a really good stop there against a very powerful back. Colin Hart has been having a great year. He averages 5.7 yards per carry, so you know he can carry it very well, very strong, and he's not going to be easy to bring down today.
5 receivers wide here for Tyree in the shotgun. 6:06 to go here in the first quarter of play. Tyree looking to sling it. He will fire across the middle, caught underneath, and that will be a 9-yard pickup right to midfield.
Been a good play there. They're going to be giving the ball to Tyree, let him throw the ball a little bit. He has had a little danger with 13 interceptions today, but his QBR is, or 13 interceptions on the season. His QBR is about 90, so he's been pretty good for Sioux Falls.
London giving up the most points per game in the SFL coming into today's game at 33.5. This handoff to Wells is not good enough for the first down. It'll be 4th and 1 at midfield. This London defense coming out with their heads on fire. They get an early stop.
Yeah, and that's the week 4 signing, Joe Duncan, making a really good stop on Jalen Wells. They like to use Wells there in the short yardage situations, and London has obviously been studying up on their film.
Offense still out here on 4th and a yard. Split backs. They will give up the middle to Wells, and he has the first down that time. Risky there, Ryan. They've gone to him twice on this drive. Both times has got either nothing or just a yard, and they give it to him on 4th down, and he's able to convert.
Yeah, they are making risky plays, but they put their trust in the right guy with Jalen Wells. They drafted him for a reason. They're using him very well on this offense.
Still no carries for Colin Hart. This is a carry for Tyree right up the middle, and he gets 2. They, QB sneak, fullback run, or running back handoff. Whatever gets the job done, huh?
They do it all. Tyree's been in this league for a while. I think that was a power move there. Show London who's boss. He's going to run as the quarterback. He doesn't care.
They do run Tyree every once in a while. The Sparrows are not afraid to do it, and for the most part, they're going to try it again here, and right up the middle, he's stuffed again, and not going to get very far there when you got the big man on the London sideline, William Davidson, standing right there.
I think they're trying to test these 2 rookie defensive ends on London, and Joe Duncan and Matthew Braun, both of these guys coming in their first season, and Tyree's making them pay a little bit.
3rd and 7 from the 46, and here is Tyree to throw. All slants play, gonna fire it across the middle, and it's caught right there at the 32. The catch is made by Turgeon James, and that is going to make it a 1st and 10 at the 32.
Yeah, 2 non-star receivers in a row, but they get the job done, getting the chains moving, and Sioux Falls has a drive that's could take them into the red zone here.
Well, and for London, thought they got off the field on 4th and 1. A Wells fullback run up the middle moves the chains, and now Sioux Falls within striking distance here at the 32. 2 backs in the backfield. They've been known to run the fullback dive right off of this play. They will throw, though. Slinging it outside, caught one-handed, was thrown a little bit behind the receiver, but no Terrazas was able to swing around and make the catch one-handed.
Yeah, and that was Julian Tyree making something out of what should have been a sack. He got hit as he threw, and he got hit hard. Threw it behind Terrazas, and he makes a beautiful catch that gained actually 4 yards on the play.
Excuse me, that was Noe Terrazas. Here is 3 in the backfield. They give to Hart. His first carry of the day is dropped behind the line. William Davidson, he's been in the league long enough to know when he sees that play coming.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And this season, he is really going off kind of quietly, if I should add. 18 tackles for loss already this season and 11 and a half sacks. He is an absolute monster, and Sioux Falls is going to have to answer for that.
3rd and 9, another 3rd down here for the Sparrows. They're going to line up 5 wide and throw. Tyree going to take a shot down this right side. Caught! Touchdown, Sioux Falls! Just like that, A.J. Warren is dancing in the end zone.
And that one came out of nowhere. Tyree just airs the ball out, and London had nothing for it. They've been running the ball so much, I don't even think the Knights saw it coming. A.J. Warren makes a great play there.
1-on-1 on the outside, and Warren blows right by the defender and is able to find his way to the end zone and put the Sioux Falls Sparrows up 6-0. And that will bring out Maxwell Falk, the kicker, who is going to try and make it a 7-point difference here with 2:17 in the first. Low snap, kick on the way, and that is good. It'll be 7-0. Sioux Falls on the board early here with a lead over the London Knights.
And that play, I think, was made by them having that threat in Colin Hart. You know, he's been very powerful for them so far, and London had committed a lot to stopping them. But I think they also forgot that they have the veteran Julian Tyree as well. Just with a great arm, he has so many yards on that arm under his belt, and A.J. Warren makes it look easy.
Here is Manning on the return. Very dangerous in the return game, and he will get out to the 23. Julian Tyree on the last drive, 4 for 4, 58 yards with the touchdown pass. McLean, though, on his first drive, Ryan, also 4 for 4, just 16 yards, though.
Yeah, and no mistakes so far from either of these teams, which is a net positive for each offense. And that was one of the keys looking at this game was the offense's ability to hang on to the ball.
Three backs in the backfield. Williams, the deep man, against a 4-4. They give to Williams off his left side with room. Williams gets 6, but I tell you what, Ryan, had he strung that out to this outside, that would have been 6.
Yeah, and we've seen it before. You know, Jason Williams has this ability to break free, and he getting these yardage, just finding the gaps, getting some positive yardage, and Sioux Falls is paying direly for it.
2nd and 4 here. Williams today, 5 carries, 29 yards. That is an average of 5.8, trying to keep that going. They will hand off again to Williams, right up the middle. Williams with room. Williams through 1. Williams out to the 40. What a carry. It's like a train on the tracks. You better get out of the way.
That's exactly right. A.J. Levy barely brings him down, but I thought Jason Williams was going to break that one as well. And like you were saying, you know, he does have this ability to break free, and he can, at any given play, he can get just positive yardage and have an explosive play.
Williams coming over from Oklahoma City in the offseason. This is his 4th season in the league, his 1st season with the London Knights. McLean stands alone in the shotgun. 3 receivers wide against a 4-3 defense. Here is McLean. He is going to survey the defense and drop the throw. Out route is caught there on the outside by Manning, and Manning moves forward for 8 before stepping out of bounds. And when you look at Gabriel Manning and how much money they pay him, this is 1st season here with London, but he came over with McLean. So, I mean, Ryan, when it comes to consistency, same quarterback.
Yeah, same quarterback. And for this whole London Knight offense, each player on the offense is either a rookie or coming in with their 1st season with London. So they have a new scheme, new offense, and they're all just starting to work together. I think this could build together into a really good team.
McLean under center, looking to throw, stands in the pocket, takes a deep shot down the right side, and is batted away. He was trying to go for the marbles and could not get it to Robert Garrett Jr., and instead it'll bring up 3rd and 2.
And I think Sioux Falls, they actually dropped the linebacker Alex Parker into coverage on the tight end Robert Garrett Jr. there, and he's able to get a hand up into the mix there and bat it down, and really good play there by Parker in coverage.
Good opportunity here on 3rd and 2 to move the chains. Williams the lone back, though. Here is McLean looking to throw. Slings underneath. Caught by Manning. Wow, beautiful play design. They scripted it for Manning to come underneath, and he is right at the chains, moves forward, and 1st down London.
Yeah, and that's exactly right. They just did this quick little underneath. You know, they used number 40 there, got him out. The fullback got back the linebackers a little bit, and Manning was just able to come in underneath very softly and get some very quick positive yardage.
And what I wanted to say was the last play on 2nd and 2, it was a great opportunity to take that deep shot, because if you don't get it, you have to like your chances on 3rd and 2. So London, so far, some good play calling here. Here is McLean going to throw outside. That one is not caught. Manning was out of bounds. He ran into Marquise Reed there on the sideline, but Manning unable to toe tap.
Yeah, I think McLean just put a little bit too much mustard on that one. Manning was just led a little bit too far. He could have had a 1st down if he was inbounds, but sadly he was not.
2nd and 10, and they get the play off before the quarter break, and I think it might have caught Sioux Falls surprised. 3rd and 1. They are going to give a 9-yard carry to Jason Williams at the buzzer. A little bit of a buzzer beater carry there. And London, I mean, what a play and what a move to take the snap like that.
Yeah, they're being very proactive on their feet. I think Sioux Falls coming into this, you know, they are 5-3. They could have a big game.
Well, after one, Sioux Falls on top 7-0 over London here from Queensway. We got 3 quarters of action coming at you. We'll be right back. Beautiful day here in London. 11 minutes on the clock in the 2nd quarter, and Jonathan Camp in the chat is donated 1,000 bits. Thank you, Jonathan. We appreciate you and your viewing. 3 backs in the backfield for McLean. They hand off to Williams. Williams right up the middle, and he has a 1st down to the 30. What a carry.
And I should mention Jonathan Cam himself making the tackle there after he donates the bits. Just showing how the players can make an impact in the chat and on the field.
Four receivers wide here from McLean against a 4-3. McLean to throw, has time, dumps underneath. That one is caught there by Saren Storm, and he picks up 3. And Ryan, they really are going with the out routes here.
Yeah, they are. They must have seen something on film that Sioux Falls maybe not as good covering these out routes, but they like them. They're gonna keep going with it. A heavy diet that way.
Empty backfield here again against a 4-3. Sioux Falls playing the run. They will throw again. That one's caught. Oh, somehow caught. Wow. Evan Wood jumped right in front of it. I don't even know if it was intended for him, Ryan.
I don't think so either. There could have been 3 other receivers that was intended for, but Evan Wood came out of nowhere, caught this ball, got a first down. What a great play.
Three receivers wide, 2 in the backfield, a split look from McLean, 3-3 look out of Sioux Falls. McLean dumps underneath, caught, and somehow, Ryan, they are not going to gain a single yard on a passing play. That's rare. If it's not a dump out to the halfback, usually you gain a yard or 2.
Yeah, I think they were just going for a short yardage situation, but Camp just snuffed that out. He saw him right where the ball was going, and he took him down immediately.
Robert Garrett Jr., a former Sioux Falls Sparrow, gets the catch. They're trying to get him involved against his old team. Here's the handoff up the middle to Jason Williams, and they like to call him Thrilliams, and he thrills the defense there for 4.
Yeah, and there are about 5 yellow jerseys just trying to take him down. Took him forever. Jason Williams is churning very hard, and Sioux Falls is having to work for it.
For London, very important that they pick this up. Down by 7. You would like to match if you could. Here is McLean. Short drop, fires across the middle, caught! First down to the 4. That is a dagger in the Sioux Falls defense's heart as it's caught by Vincalia.
Yeah, they needed to get the stop there, limit them to 3. But Vincalia makes an amazing one-handed catch as he's coming across the middle, giving London a fresh set of downs.
Optimus Klein also donating 100 bits. Thank you, sir. 3 backs in the backfield, 1 receiver to this near side of the field against a 4-3 defense. They will give to Williams, stretching it outside. Williams walk the dog into the end zone. Touchdown, London Knights. They match.
Yeah, that is Jason Williams, just the threat that he has on the field. He's able to get those easy yards so quickly before the defense hits him, and he's into the end zone before anyone saw him.
Just a nice walk in the park with some friends. They block, and Williams untouched until he's into the end zone, and it's points for London.
That's a key part of this, is going to be able to trying to match the Sioux Falls offense here. Tyree and Hart are powerful. They can score at any point, and London is able to answer back here. It's very important for this game.
Kick on the way and good from JT Delaney. He missed an earlier field goal, and Ryan, when you think about it, it could be 10-7 London at this point had he made that. I mean, that literally would have been the only difference in the game. So London so far through these first 2 quarters are really putting on a good show.
Yeah, no mistakes so far except for that 1 miss, and that was Delaney's first miss of the season. He's now 7 for 8.
So they will kick it away to Sioux Falls, who will try and return. They will bring it out of the end zone here. A.J. Levy. Levy a move. Levy, tackled at the last second. He would have been free if Tony Adamson hadn't grabbed him by the waist.
Yeah, he looked like he was about to break out and get another touchdown on a return. And just a really good tackle there made at the very last second, but still decent field position for Sioux Falls here.
Three in the backfield. Hart will dot the I there figuratively. They will give to Hart, and he is stuffed. London read that one well. Steve Cleland, we've called his name a couple times today, and he makes another big play.
Yeah, another big tackle for a loss. Coming into this game, he only had 1, but I think that's his 2nd on the day. He's a force to be reckoned with, and the London defensive line is showing out today.
We will get to the London defense in a minute. right after this 2nd and 12 play with 7.5 to go. They will give to Hart off the right side. Hart strings it out too much. Stuffed in the backfield again. London really bringing the heat. That time, getting in the backfield was Samuel Cassidy. And their defensive line, Joe Duncan, Matthew Braun, and William Davidson, along with the linebackers Stephen Cleland and Telemac Scarborough. The secondary is Brandon Ewing, Devin Say, and Marquise Reed, along with Jack Russell, and they really have put together a show today. Here is 3rd down, and they're going to get to Tyree. Oh, what a play from this London Knights defense. William Davidson a sack, and they're getting off the field.
That is his 12th sack of the season. You heard it right. He has been such a huge force for London. Their defensive line is absolutely unstoppable, and they get another sack ending this drive before it even started.
D is for defense, and D is for demolished as the London Knights, send Sioux Falls backwards on all 3 plays, and they have to punt. Great field position here. Manning trying to make it a little bit better. Spins his way to the 49, so they will start in Sparrows territory right off the bat, and Ryan, that usually doesn't happen.
No, it doesn't. And Sioux Falls, if you're a fan of Sioux Falls, you can't really be mad there because that is just pure athleticism from London Knights. Those defensive linemen are playing hard, and they just made an amazing play.
3 receivers wide. Here is McLean. McLean going to take a shot on the first play into double coverage, and it's incomplete. Was trying to find Vin Calia, and you got to love McLean's rigor to just get rid of it like that.
Yeah, I think he's sensing a momentum shift here a little bit with defense making a huge stop. He's wanting to make another big play on offense and, try to get these Sioux Falls Sparrows, get them on their back foot a little bit, get them worried a little bit, make them breathe a little harder.
Well, Williams has been the workhorse here for London through these first couple drives. They will probably go to him again. Sioux Falls in a 4-3. They will throw. McLean dumps it out to Williams with room. Jason Williams threw one. Oh, my. Williams really laying the hammer there, and it'll be 3rd and 3.
That was just a bang play there so quickly. Williams, he ran right through Barnhart, but Fargo had something to say about that. He said, "That's my teammate. You're going down too."
3-3 look out of Sioux Falls on 3rd and 3. 3 receivers wide here for London. They will throw. They're going to throw a little out route, which is caught on the outside and just enough yards for the first down. Vin Calia with the grab.
Yeah, Calia knew exactly where he had to go. He knew right where the first down marker was, and he just runs right to that point, turns around, catches the ball, gets out of bounds. Great gain for London.
Well, and for a rookie, like Vin Calia, week 3 signing, sometimes you're concerned with them knowing where the sticks are just because, you run a 3-yard route, you're running it based off your steps, not based off where the first down marker is. Sometimes you got to make those a little bit longer on the routes. Here's McLean throwing off his back foot, tipped away, incomplete. A little bit of a wobbler throw, a little bit dangerous, and Parker gets a hand to it.
And I think McLean might have been a little bit worried. Sioux Falls backfield, or their defensive line, was pressuring him in the backfield, and he was forced to throw it a little quicker, and Alex Parker made a good deflection there, and Sioux Falls makes a great stop.
Two fullbacks in the backfield will flank Jason Williams. They will give it on a stretch play. Williams with a blocker in front. Williams cut back inside, but is able to pick up 5 yards. And again, Ryan, if he would have split that to the outside, he might have had 7 or 8 more yards.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think he wanted to go through the defenders there. He's craving a little bit of the hit there. That's what makes football a little bit, right?
Yeah, absolutely. 3rd and 5 here from the 33. 5 minutes to go in the second frame of play. McLean will start under center against a 4-down lineman defense. He throws, caught, first down to the 23-yard line. It's just that easy. That's Robert Garrett Jr., who used to play for these Sioux Falls Sparrows, showing him that he's still got some life in him.
Yeah, he's showing them exactly what they're missing now that he's with London. And he's a great tight end, getting some short yardage and another first down, and London is knocking on the door.
Three receivers wide, 4-3 look out of Sioux Falls. Here is McLean, going to dump it out to Williams on the outside with a head of steam, but Williams that time will only pick up 2.
Yeah, with Jason Williams, sometimes it's hard to tell because he can break out, he can break free, and sometimes he'll get stopped in the backfield. It just depends on if Sioux Falls can snuff out that play behind the line of scrimmage or until he's already gotten 5.
3 receivers wide. Shotgun look here for McLean. Williams is sidecar right on 2nd and 8 from the 21. Here's McLean going to sling an out route. That is caught. Calia tries to get the first down. He'll be marked down a yard short. Nick Fargo was out there in coverage, and anytime you have a receiver on a linebacker, it's a mismatch.
Yeah, that's right, and Nick Fargo is as good of a linebacker as you'll see in the SFL. Already has 79 tackles on the season. He's such a huge force for Sioux Falls, just making them such a good defense this season.
Here is a throw. They will dump it out to Williams. Williams fights forward and has the first down. He ran right through the outside guy, John Barnhart, and was able to move the chains to the 10.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you want if you're an offense. Just that guy who can power through any defense, get those powerful yardage, and that is what will hype you up on offense and get you into the end zone.
Here is a sling out to Williams again with a blocker. Williams to the end zone! Put that baby in the crib! Touchdown, London! They take the lead!
That is Jason Williams doing what he does best, getting another touchdown for London, and he just powers through it. You know, his blockers were out in front. That I could have done that. No one else can make that any easier.
Wow, when you get Williams out in space, Sioux Falls has had trouble today, whether it's Williams running through a man or just having enough room to pick up enough yards to be dangerous. I mean, London really has almost, you know, Ryan, I'm going to knock on wood while I say this so I don't jinx anyone, but they so far have had a pretty perfect game.
Yeah, they're doing some really good work on both sides of the ball. Defense has been stepping up. Like we said before, that was a key to this game. The defense needed to be huge, and they have. But also just as much as the offense needs to be consistent, they need to keep this pace like they have been doing. They've been doing a really good job of just staying in the lead and staying just ahead of the Sioux Falls Sparrows just with attitude, you know, just being able to keep that momentum going.
14-7 on the last Sioux Falls drive. If you're just tuning in or you missed the last one, Sioux Falls went backwards all 3 plays. They didn't go forwards even a single yard, and it set London up with great field position to convert and take the lead. Here is Levy. He almost broke the last one off. Levy, oh, ever dangerous, does get out to the 24. And, you know, I tell you what, with 2 returners like A.J. Levy and Gabriel Manning in this game, Ryan, we always have to be on our toes.
I was about to say, both of these guys are great runners. They can take back any kick if you give them enough space. And Levy just needed a little bit more of a step outside. I think he could have broken free, but London's special teams is just on it.
2:47 to go here in the second. Julian Tyree, perfect today, will look to throw again. Caught across the middle. That is Noe Terrazas with the catch. He will pick up 9.
Yeah, and he pays for it. That was 3 London defenders. They looked like they high-load him just a little bit there. It was a rough tackle, make him pay for every yard that he got.
That is the second catch for Terrazas today, and it'll be the 5th completion for Julian Tyree as they potentially try and push the ball down the field here on this drive. They give to Colin Hart. Hart through 1, Hart not through the second, but he does pick up the first down just enough right in front of Telemac Scarborough.
Yeah, he only got 2 yards, but he ran like he got 5 or 6. London is making him pay on defense.
That will be the 2-minute warning. London on top 14-7 in this one, but Sioux Falls trying to drive and even this thing up before the halftime break. Back here in Queensway, London, England. Handoff to Hart off this left side. Hart ran down and stuffed. Nice play by Marquise Reed, the longtime safety in the Simulation Football League, to make the play at the 34.
6 seasons in the SFL. His first with London, making a good play there. He read the run from the beginning, and he's able to stop him at the line.
Reed got his start as a linebacker, so he knows just a thing or two about tackling. With the Vancouver Legion, moved to safety, played in St. Louis, I believe, and now here in London. Here is the throw, dumping across the middle, caught! Reed jumped too early, off to the races, and he's down to the 29. What a catch and run from Gunnar Lewis!
And that is the Sioux Falls Sparrows. They can fly. You saw it there. Gunnar Lewis got down the sideline after a misplay by Marquise Reed. He tried to jump the route, tried to get another interception on his belt for this season, but he's not able to do it in Sioux Falls. Knocking on the door already.
Down to a minute. Here's the handoff to Hart. Hart makes one man miss. Hart stretches it wide, and Reed brings him down at the 16. They're going to go hurry up. Hart in the backfield along with the fullback, Wells. Here is Tyree, stuffed in the backfield. He's dropped.
William Davidson, another sack.
Unbelievable, and here is Tyree going to sling it again. This one gets away to Hart. Hart slings it out to the 20, and that's where they will burn their first timeout. 3rd and 13 with 33 seconds left. William Davidson wrecks this drive potentially.
And that was a lot that happened there, but Davidson making 2 plays in a row, getting the sack on the first one, and getting a hit onto Tyree, which was just enough to make him throw it early, give that ball to Colin Hart, and they're forced on a 3rd and long here.
3rd and 13, shotgun look for Tyree. 4 down linemen for London. Tyree going to take the snap and stand in the pocket. Pumps once, dumps underneath, caught and tackled short of the sticks at the 13. London does a nice job of bending but not breaking on that drive, and Sioux Falls takes another timeout here with 28 seconds.
Yeah, all on the back of that big play by Gunnar Lewis. They get down the field, but they're only going to get 3 because this London defense, they don't allow many big plays. That was one of the biggest plays of the game for Sioux Falls. And without that, London would get the stop, but instead they're just going to put up 3.
Maxwell Falk is on to try and cut the lead to 4 with 28 seconds left to go before the break. Falk puts it up and through from 29. It'll be 10-14. Nice job by Sioux Falls getting down the field, but then London shuts the door.
Yeah, London defense has been stout. Just that one big passing play was their only misstep. But London was able to stop them at the goal line, which is such a hard feat to do. And especially in that hurry up, they were on their toes and they were not fooled.
Still 25 seconds left to go, though, and with a guy like Gabriel Manning looking to return it, you never know what might happen here. Kick on the way from Sioux Falls. Manning will bring it out from the 4. Manning across the 20, angles to the left. Manning will get out to the 28, and with 20 seconds to go, Ryan, if I'm giving you the keys to the offense, are you trying to air it out, or are you taking this 4-point lead to the break?
That's a great question. See, with only 20 seconds, I think there's no reason not to go for the end zone. I think you could make a mistake, but your offense has a lot of momentum. You've been doing pretty well in the passing game so far. I think you should take a shot here.
McLean will start in the shotgun. He's going to adjust, and so is Sioux Falls. That might be the biggest adjustment I've seen out of a defense before a snap. They will dump it out to Manning, who picks up 3. Just 3 seconds burned off that clock.
3 seconds for 3 yards. If we're going to burn that, I don't think we have enough time. They need to be getting bigger plays if they're going to be trying to get to the end zone here, or get some points here in this last 17 seconds. But that short yardage play there tells me that maybe they're just going to run a couple plays to burn some clock.
Do have 2 timeouts. Could take a shot down the field and take a timeout to try and get into range for JT Delaney. You never know. Here's Manning on a deep drop, dumps it out to Williams. Williams has the first down, and doesn't have the first down. It'll be 3rd and inches, and that pretty much will do it. London will try and get one more play off, and they will have to take a timeout with 3 seconds.
Yeah, and John Barnhart made a really good tackle there, bringing down a tough guy to bring down as well, and Jason Williams, and he makes a good stop at 3rd and inches, and I think that London's going to have to go for it all here.
And there is Liam Crowder on the sidelines, talking to Angus McLean during this timeout. This is their first season working together, and got to get on the same page on some of these plays in order to make sure that they're doing the best thing for the team. 3 in the backfield. Williams is at the far back. Manning down to the bottom of the field here. Angus McLean under center. And a 4-4 look out of Sioux Falls. Actually a 4-3 with the corner built in. They will hand off to Williams. Williams gets free. Williams down to the 48. Oh my. If he just would have been able to break 2 tackles, he might have been gone there, Ryan. He surprised me a little bit with the way that he filled that one out to the left.
Surprised me too. I didn't think they'd be able to do it on a run play, but Jason Williams almost made it happen. He just had 2 men to beat, but those are 2 very tough guys to break their tackles. AJ Levy's been here 9 seasons. He's not going anywhere.
That will take us to the halftime break. The hometown London Knights on top 14-10 over the visiting Sioux Falls Sparrows here in Queensway. And what a first half it was. Both teams played really clean, Ryan.
Yeah, both of these teams not making many mistakes. London has been really good on defense, making a lot of stops against Sioux Falls, and Sioux Falls hasn't had much room to breathe there because of it. But they haven't been turning the ball over, just been stopped a couple times, and London has been just running the ball, powering it through Sioux Falls, just running it down their throats and not giving them much of a chance to play here.
Jason Williams really the difference in today's game so far. Quarterbacks really comparable, both over 100 yards with a touchdown. And then when you look here at the touchdown from Sioux Falls, really the running game has been the difference. I mean, Colin Hart hasn't got going very much, but Jason Williams on the other side of the ball has.
Yeah, going into this game, I thought it was going to be a lot more Colin Hart from the Sparrows. You know, he has had a great year so far, 980 yards, 11 touchdowns on the season, but they haven't been able to get him involved very much. London Knights' defensive line and their linebacking core has been very stout today, not allowing many yards, and I think that has been the difference.
Jason Williams at the break, 12 carries, 78 yards. Colin Hart on the other side, 6 carries for 7 yards, and that really goes to show you how they've been able to get this thing going. I mean, when you look at the third down percentage, it's really pretty much the same. 20% on third down for Sioux Falls, 77% for London. They have been converting, and the London defense has been stopping them. But Sioux Falls will be back to return to get the ball to start this second half of play. 11 minutes on the clock in the third quarter. Ball on the tee for Delaney. AJ Levy awaits the return, and we are back underway here in London. Levy brings this one out across the 25. Levy angles it out to the 27, and that is where Sioux Falls will start this drive off.
Each time that one of them starts to run it back, I get a little hope in my eyes. Once they get to that 25-yard line, I'm like, they could break it out, and then they get stopped at the 28, and it's so disappointing. I just wish one of them will break it out one time here.
So here we are back in London. 4 wide for Julian Tyree, who is in the gun. Tyree to throw. All slants play. Oh, almost picked off. London would have really set this place on fire had Telemac Scarborough been able to get his hands on it.
That was a close play. Sioux Falls coming back from halftime, almost starting off with a pick. Not what you want. You need to get your offense on the same page here, get them going, get some momentum, try to do something.
4,200 miles separate these two franchises from Sioux Falls, South Dakota to London, England. This is the first meeting between these two teams all time. 4-3 look out of the Knights. Here is the throw from Tyree. Outside caught there. A good 8-yard pickup. Catch is made there for Sioux Falls by Noe Terrazas. He has been a factor today in the passing game.
Yeah, Tyree likes to give the ball to Noe here on those quick short yardage, and he's able to turn it upfield and get more out of it. Another we saw play earlier, he got a one-handed catch. That one he did it again. He's really good with his hands.
Here is the handoff to Hart off this near side. Hart. Colin Hart with room. Hart with speed. Hart with the angle. Does he have the legs? No. 20. Colin Hart with an inspiring run for these Sparrows, and they have really silenced this crowd coming out of the break.
And that is exactly what we needed to see coming into this out of halftime into this game. Colin Hart needed to get something going, turn on the engine, and we saw it there. He turned on the jets and nearly took it to the house.
What a run from Colin Hart, and he has changed the pulse of this game. As it's now 1st and 10 at the London 20, Sioux Falls could take the lead potentially. They were able to find their way into the end zone. Bunch formation here, 4-2 look out of London. Tyree dropped in the backfield. William Davidson is 3rd of the day.
And that is something that is not changed out of halftime. London still has such a powerful defense, and William Davidson is so good at bringing down the quarterbacks. His 3rd already.
4-2 look out of the defense. 4 receivers wide for Tyree, who's under center. Tyree drops to throw, stands in the pocket, protected well. This time fires close to the end zone, tackled at the 1. What a catch is made by Noe Terrazas, going up and over the defender, Brandon Ewing.
He uses his entire 6'6" frame to get over the defense, and I don't even know how he caught that ball. He was hit as he was coming down, and he's able to bring it down. What an amazing catch. Sioux Falls on the 1.
1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Sioux Falls trying to punch this one in. Bunch formation. Here is Tyree going to sling it. Dumps it out to Colin Hart. Hart, bad angle, is not going to get in there. The throw was a little bit behind him, and he had to adjust. And London makes the tackle on 1st down.
It's just an unfortunate throw. If he had led Hart a little bit more into the end zone, he could have made it. But I think he was going for the ball, swung his hips a little bit too far to the outside. It changed his whole momentum. Now they're back a little bit.
2 backs in the backfield, 2 receivers spread out wide. 4-2 look out of London. Here is the handoff. Colin Hart put that baby in the crib. Touchdown, Sioux Falls. Colin Hart walks it in, his 1st touchdown of the day.
And finally, we're seeing some light come out of Colin Hart and the Sioux Falls offense, taking the lead, changing the momentum just a little bit, and Colin Hart has come alive in a huge way here today.
One well-deserved, considering that the long Hart run was the one that set up that touchdown drive, the 45-yard carry, his longest of the day. And he is able to cap it off. And Ryan, you know what that celebration was? I couldn't get a good look at it.
I think he was building an imaginary sandcastle. That's what it looked like to me, or maybe scooping food onto a plate. There was a lot of different things I think that could have been. It was up to the viewers'
Gotcha.
interpretation.
Oh, there you go. It was the one that the chat can let us know what they thought it was. Let us know in the chat, and we'll pick the best one and call it out on air. Well, 17-14 here in London. Back in America, Baltimore currently down, Ryan, with 5:43 left to go in the second quarter, 20-14. Very interesting stuff over there as the Pharaohs are on top of the Baltimore Vultures.
And that's not something we see very often. Baltimore is a huge team. They beat these Sioux Falls Sparrows just last week, and they're coming out losing this week. Very surprising.
So far, still plenty of game left here and over there. So make sure if you have 2 monitors up, you have 2 of them up and watching both of the games. That's usually how I do it, Ryan, when we have 2 games on at once. I try and watch all the football I can.
Yeah, you can't get enough.
Yeah, I can stop whenever I want, though. I'm not addicted.
Okay.
No, I said I'm not. Don't worry about it. Shotgun look out of McLean. Snap is at the knees. Has to float. Oh! Dangerous dump off, was trying to get it underneath, and Jose Fuentes could have been potentially dancing in the end zone right now had he been able to get his hands on that one.
Yeah, he nearly got his first interception of the season, and I think McLean got a little bit lazy with that one, trying to get the ball to this former Sioux Falls Sparrow.
Oh.
Or no, he actually came off of his coverage and jumped the route there.
Yeah, well, they say when that ball's in the air, you better move. I don't care who you're guarding. Go to whoever is trying to get the ball, and Fuentes did just that and almost made London pay for it. 3 in the backfield. Williams at the far back on 2nd and 10. They will give to Williams. Stretch play left. Williams with room. Williams through one. Oh, Jason Williams down to the 39 says, "You didn't invite me to your birthday party."
And he pays for it. I felt that one up in the booth. That was such a hard hit. It was booming. Came all the way up here, and he's making a huge run, and that is another thing that has not changed for London. Jason Williams is still a great runner, great powerful runner, gonna just run through anyone who gets in his way.
We're gonna have to, well, two in the back. I'll hold that one. 2 in the backfield. They'll give to Williams up the middle. Williams with a little shake and bake. Williams still on the run, and he is out to the 47. Wow, I mean, right up the middle, off tackle. They have all the run plays so far, and all of them have worked.
Yeah, and everything works if you have a guy like Jason Williams in your backfield. He's just running the ball up there. He doesn't care about who gets in his way. He's going to go through them. That does not matter.
Same formation, 2 in the backfield. Sioux Falls, to this point, has been unable to stop it. They will give again to Williams. Williams through again. Man, it's just like cutting a piece of soft cake. I mean, Williams has at least 5-6 yards on all of these carries.
You ever put your cake in the microwave for like 10 seconds so it gets warm, and then you can cut it just like through butter? It's beautiful. That's exactly what that is. He's just carving up Sioux Falls.
I can't say that I like hot cake, but I mean, hey, you do you, Ryan. I don't think anyone in the chat is going to stop you for that one. Here's a throw from McLean. He'll dump it out to Williams on the outside. Williams keeps his feet in bounds and is able to fight forward for 4 yards. Looks a little tired now. I mean, they've gone to him, what, 5-6 times in a row?
Yeah, and I think anyone would be winded here, honestly. He's been running the ball so much, running over too many defenders. I think he's just gotten too much for his appetite.
Yeah, maybe we should, get him something to get him back going. Anyone got any microwave caked on the sidelines, or is that just me? 3 receivers down, 1 to the top of the screen for McLean. Dumps it out to Williams again. Gets a good block on the outside, and it'll set up 3rd and 3. One of the receivers out there just immediately turned and started blocking someone. Almost could have been a legal blocker downfield, but I guess the catch was made in time.
Yeah, they did not quite see that. I don't think he was able to. I think he just knew what was coming, knew it was going to be a run play, of course, always giving the ball to Jason Williams.
3 receivers wide. Here's McLean. Floats, caught. Manning. Wow. Plenty of space, and they move the chains down to the 26. Whether it's run or pass, this London drive so far looking really good.
And Angus McLean just threading the needle there, getting it through the defenders, dropping it right into the zone, as you can see there, and just getting a good first down, and London is moving the ball everywhere.
McLean still under 100 yards, only up to 72. Mark Mello in the booth doing the stats for us. We appreciate you, sir. As they will line up Williams. Williams over 100 yards. He's at 114, averaging 6.7 yards per carry. They will give to Williams again. Williams this time brought down from behind, still able to fall forward for 3.
Yeah, and he'll always get some positive yardage, get a couple yards after the hit, whatever. You can't bring him down just once.
Well, and Ryan, we said at the top of the broadcast, this might be a defensive battle. So far it is. Just 3 points separate these two teams, and the team with the best defense, I really still think, is going to walk away with this one. Shotgun snap to McLean. 2nd and 7, going to take a deep shot. Caught! Saren Storm tackled 1 yard shy of the end zone, but what a grab, and A.J. Levy barely cleans it up.
That was such a great catch. A throw into what looked like almost double coverage. Actually, the safety coming over to help, and just an amazing play, and they're knocking on the door here.
1st and goal at the 1. Jason Williams, the only thing he doesn't have today is a rushing touchdown. He's not going to get it here because he's not even on the field, Ryan. Shotgun look, a little bit dangerous here for London. McLean looking to sling it. He is standing in the pocket. Pressure coming, and he's dropped.
And that was Alex Barker getting his first sack of the season, and comes at a really great time. Got to put them back a little bit. And if you're a fan of London, you might be thinking, Jason Williams having a great game. Why isn't he on the field?
He averages 6.5 per carry. He would need 7 to get to the end zone this time. McLean spots something he doesn't like and changes the play. Sioux Falls has walked everyone up to the line. They have 9 people in the box. Handoff Williams. Williams falls forward for 3. It'll be 3rd and goal at the Sioux Falls 5-yard line, and I don't know if you can run it again.
I think you can. Jason Williams here, he's averaging over 6 yards per carry. How could you not run him? He's been all over the place, and Sioux Falls hasn't quite had an answer. I think they should go with him. But
well, I show you how they're not going to run him. They're not even going to put him in the backfield. 3rd and goal from the 5. Here is McLean to throw. Slings it across the middle. Tipped up and incomplete. In and out of the hands of the receiver. Almost had it, but Alex Parker is there to make a deflection, and it'll be 4th and goal from the 5.
And Sioux Falls comes up huge there on what looked like a touchdown play that they stopped at the 1. They're able to push London back and force a field goal somehow.
And in all reality, I mean, the drive was beautiful all the way down until it was and goal to go. And then London, decides to throw over pass. They run when they're 7 yards away, and then they pass when they're 5 yards away. And they're going to have to settle for 3 to tie this thing up at 17.
Yeah, and I think that 1 yard right before the end zone is the hardest yard in football to get. Defense was all over it, and Sioux Falls, like you said earlier, the defense is going to win this game, and I think Sioux Falls is making a strong case for it.
London has the ball on the tee. They will kick it away to Sioux Falls. Kick is on the way. The return coming here from A.J. Levy with 3:12 to go in the 3rd. Levy, got demolished there on the outside. I thought he was going to break it free, and then Charlie Balmer says, I have some heat for you, good sir.
I think he heard you down there. He said, no, you're wrong here. Look, I'm going to put him on his back, and he does just that.
1st and goal. Split backs for Sioux Falls. 4-3 out of the London Knights. They give up the middle. Oh, nice carry there from Jalen Wells, but there is a flag.
Yeah, and that was Jalen Wells. If it stands, that's his biggest run of the game. It's rare from him.
Number 15, offense.
And that is going to be a clipping call. The Knights will obviously accept that. It's called on A.J. Warren. Ryan, did you see anything?
I did not, but obviously these refs have better eyes than I do, because A.J. Warren must have done something there, and that's going to set back Sioux Falls.
Well, that's why they are on the field, and you and I are just up here in the booth calling the plays. 4 down linemen here for London. 1st and 21 here for Sioux Falls. Bunch formation for the Sparrows. They will dump it out on the outside. That one is caught there. Nice grab on the outside by Terrazas. He has really been their go-to guy in this game.
Yeah, and he's good at getting those short yards. He's consistent. He can catch the ball very easily. That's why he's there, of course. And he gets some short yardage, in Sioux Falls trying to get some momentum going on the offense.
2nd and 16, 4 receivers wide. Tyree alone in the gun. London, 4 down linemen, 1 in the backfield. They'll only bring 4. Here is Tyree going to sling it. Caught, 1st down. They convert. Wow, what a catch there. It's Terrazas again.
And like you said, they do love going to Noe Terrazas, and he makes a great play there, takes a big hit, and they get some great yardage for a solid 1st down.
It's SC 2-time Sun says, sports are on? No way. Yes way. We're here, right here on Twitch, and we have games throughout today's schedule. If you stick with us, you can join us by visiting our Discord or through our website at simulationfl.net. Keep up with today's action. There's going to be plenty of football today for you, so make sure you stay tuned. Optimus Klein with 300 bits. We appreciate that as well. And yes, we do watch the chat, believe it or not.
Yeah, we actually have 6 games today, going all the way from right now to 9:30 tonight, so we got football all night for you.
Yep, at 3:30 we switch over to 11 Sports, also known as For the Fans. You can watch that on 11 Sports or twitch.tv/FTF next. Colin Hart drugged down on the outside there, just a yard shy of the first down marker.
Colin Hart getting involved in the passing game again. He's a powerful runner and he's hard to bring down, but this game he only has the one big play, and other than that he hasn't really been shining too much.
4-3 look here, 3rd and a yard. 3 feet separate Sioux Falls from moving the chains here with 50 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. Handoff Hart. Colin Hart through. Colin Hart stumbles a little bit and is brought down at the 39. Had he not stumbled there, Ryan, he might have had the speed to get to the outside.
You're exactly right. I think one of the Knights just clipped him right as he was starting to get to max speed there. Looked like 26 just got his hands on him, slowed him down just a little bit for the rest of the Knights to converge on him. But you're exactly right. Colin Hart had the ability to break out there, and he would have been gone.
Just sideswiped him just enough to slow him down here. Hart will dot the I. They give to Wells up the middle, and Jalen Wells will pick up 2 yards before being brought down.
And Jalen Wells, he is that short yardage back that they've been using. You know, he only averages 3.4 yards per carry, but he runs hard, and he's a good fullback to have for Colin Hart. You know, he's that dynamic that kind of makes it so you're not just looking at Colin Hart, you're looking at both of them, and it opens up that run game tremendously.
End of the 3rd. We are all tied up. 17 all. Here, get your 4s up in the chat. We got 11 minutes on the clock, and only one team can win. Back here in London, only one team can walk away with the victory. Here's the handoff to Hart. Hart stretches it out with room. Colin Hart!
Gone.
He's going to walk into the end zone. Touchdown, Sioux Falls. They take the lead.
Starting the 4th quarter off with a bang is Colin Hart. He almost got tackled in the backfield by Davidson, but he breaks free, just uses that speed, beats everyone.
Wow, what a carry as Colin Hart takes that baby to the crib and puts Sioux Falls back on top here. They really have come alive here in this second half.
Not just the Sioux Falls Sparrows, but namely Colin Hart. 2 big runs. That one he was able to break free, get his 2nd touchdown of the game. Sioux Falls is driving.
Hog fan James, also known as James Kelly in the chat earlier, said that Sioux Falls may have been jet lagged through the first half. And Ryan, if I had to guess that story so far, check it out.
Yeah, I think you're right too. You know, this London is not an easy destination. It's a far flight, and he must have been tired.
24-17, still plenty of time, obviously, as we've just moved into the 4th quarter. Andy Hamilton along with Ryan Caudill, if you're just tuning in. Kick is away here. Return coming from Gabriel Manning. He will bring it out across the 20-yard line, readjust to the 25, and that is where London will start their drive. Well, last night, Ryan, it was Atlanta. They have punched their ticket to the SFL playoffs, the first team to do so this season. Congratulations to them.
Yeah, they had a good win over St. Louis last night, and it's shaping up to be a good playoff here with Atlanta and other teams knocking on the door for playoffs. I'm excited.
Both of these 2 teams trying to keep their hopes alive. Kick or throw is out, excuse me, there to Saren Storm. He picks up 9, and there is a little bit of a quarterback comparison for you.
Yeah, and Angus McLean has been having a great game. 19 completions on 19 attempts. And on the other side of the ball, Julian Tyree, 15 completions on 15 attempts. Both of them perfect so far.
2nd and 1 here at the 34. 10:40 to go here. 4 receivers split out for Angus McLean. McLean will start under center with Williams in the backfield. McLean to throw. Out route is caught. Beautiful throw and catch right up the sidelines. I believe that's that is Evan Wood. I thought it was Vincalia. It was not. It was Wood.
Yeah, Evan Wood, he had that catch earlier where he came out of nowhere, and he makes a good catch for a huge gain. And I thought if he would have stayed upfield, he could have gone to the house.
Yeah, just stepped out there on the outside, and that was enough to stop them at the 47, but still a big gain in order to move the chains. 3 backs in the backfield for McLean under center. 4-3 look with a cornerback pulled in. They will hand it off to Williams up the middle. Williams falls forward for 4. What a carry, and let's take a look at the playoff picture. There is the top 5 when you look at the playoffs. Sioux Falls there, right there at 6-3, could potentially keep pace with Charleston and Queen City, depending on how their games turn out. Baltimore, obviously, in a heated battle with New Orleans right now to try and figure out that 4th and 5th seed, and Atlanta punching their ticket last night. Vancouver yet to play this week. Here is McLean, gonna float one across the middle. Oh, what a catch at the 35. Who is that? Williams, he's got hands too.
Yeah, he can run and he can catch. He goes up way high for that one. Makes an impossible catch for first down. What was that?
I tell you what, that was a running back who is a dual threat in the running and the pass game, as Williams has really showed, that he can be the guy for London. 3 in the backfield again. They will look to take it here on first down. Gonna dump it out to Williams again. Another catch for him. He moves back inside. Williams with a little bit of a power movement. He has another first down.
That was just nasty. He goes up to that top side every time, and he runs so well up there. He mows through anyone that gets in his way. Makes a one-handed catch on top of it all, too.
And that will set them up with a new set of downs again. First and 10 at the 24-yard line. Down by 7. London trying to get back into this game. Here is a throw from McLean. We'll dump it out to Williams. Williams cut down at the line. Nice job there by Sioux Falls. Fuentes was there quickly.
And we saw him earlier. He's showing up again. Fuentes is doing really good this game, able to stop Jason Williams at the line. And that is probably the biggest strength of Jason Williams, is getting past that line, that first hit. And if you can't shut him down with that first hit, you're going to pay for it.
100 bits from Tom Rahman. Thank you, sir. McLean dumps across the middle. Oh, how is that not pass interference? Words are hard when you're this angry.
I don't blame you. That one looked like he was being dragged down to the ground there. Might have been a missed call there, and I think the Knights should be fired up in chat.
Oh my, you cannot challenge the pass interference in this league, but if you could, I'm sure Liam Crowder would throw both of his red challenge flags onto the field for that one. Shotgun look here for McLean, gonna float deep, caught, it doesn't matter! Gabriel Manning is into the end zone, and London pulls back within 1 with a chance to tie.
That was such a great play. That they just went over the top and beat everybody. After that missed call, they made the refs pay. They knew what they were doing. Tying up this game, this is gonna be a good one.
Gabriel Madman Manning makes up for the potentially missed pass interference by converting a Knights play for a touchdown, and the Knights have pushed themselves within this extra point as the snap and kick are up and through, and we are tied with 8:08 to go. There is plenty of time, and I tell you what, Ryan, someone is going to win this thing, and I have a feeling it's going to be by some incredible play.
You're exactly right. It's going to come down to the wire. I think we're going to be seeing some big 2-minute drills here at the end. Sioux Falls has a big chance here to answer. Try to put this game maybe out of reach. Maybe just put yourself ahead. You got to do something.
Kick on the way. Here is A.J. Levy, who will bring it out from the goal line. Levy is going to get past the 20. Will shake and bake. A.J. Levy popped there at the 26. 8:04 to go. Well, in the other game, Baltimore still down 17-23 with 6:45 to go in the third, and New Orleans, Ryan, just converted a 4th down to keep their drive alive.
And New Orleans, they are playing a little bit of a sleeper here, trying to defeat the Vultures which is not an easy feat at all.
No, and would definitely put shockwaves through this playoff race. Here's the handoff to Colin Hart. He stretched it out a little too much. We've seen him do that a couple times. This game has just got too much east and west and not enough north and south.
I think you're right. He's trying to break it to the outside, but London is playing very well, getting their whole defense on the line and not allowing him to even get upfield.
Two backs in the backfield. They will give up the middle to Wells. Wells with room. Nice run by Jalen Wells. Picks up 8.
Yeah, and that defensive line, they actually went with a bull rush there, just took down the lineman on Sioux Falls, but it was obviously not enough because Colin Hart was able to break free there. And a big third down here. They need to keep this drive alive.
30 and 3, 2 in the backfield, Twins to the top of the formation. 4-3 look out of the London Knights with 7 minutes to go. They hand off to Hart. Hart with plenty of room with the first down. Colin Hart, does he have the speed? Hart to the outside of the 45. What a carry by Colin Hart, beat Hart.
Colin Hart is such a beast. I don't know how he does it, but he keeps getting through London's defense, and he's come alive in the second half.
First and 10 at the 45. Time continues to tick away as these two great running backs really try and, ice this thing, take as much time off the clock as they can. 24 all in this one. Handoff Hart. Hart breaks through. Colin Hart with a block. Colin Hart, one man to beat. Hart breaks through. Hart's gone. Touchdown, and he waltzes in. Oh, a little bit of a dance as Colin Hart puts Sioux Falls back on top.
Colin Hart doing what he does best and running through anyone that gets in his way. He just broke free, broke to the outside. He had a blocker with him the entire way, and he flaunts it just a little bit.
Why not? When you're that open at the goal line, you might as well do a little bit of a dance. I don't know if that was the best dance move I've ever seen, but hey, he's in.
I think you're right. He was just a little bit too slow on it. I give it a 6 out of 10.
Well, we won't see Colin Hart on Dancing with the Stars anytime soon, but we will see him in the end zone as the Sparrows take a 6-point lead, trying to add the extra point to make it 7. Luckily for the Knights, there is 6.5 minutes to go here in the fourth, so plenty of time.
Yeah, Sioux Falls, they scored quick, but was it too quick? They gave London plenty of time to come down the field again, and I think at this point, once you get the ball, you have to score no matter what. If you want to keep this game close, keep this game winnable, you have to score here.
Yeah, I feel like we're on a merry-go-round because I've seen Sioux Falls up by 7 before, and I see what London did last time, that they were down by 7. And, it very well might be one of those games where the last team with the ball wins it.
You could be right. These teams should keep going back and forth, scoring and answering each other.
Return coming out to the 25 from Manning, and it will set up London's offense to come back out. Well, last time it was Williams, not only on the ground, but through the air, who made the catch to continue that drive and find the end zone. Manning capped it off with a touchdown catch, and London here is going to try and do something similar. Empty look here, first and 10 from the 25, 6:34 to go, and here is McLean gonna throw. McLean slings it, caught there on the outside by Saren Storm. What a catch by him down to the 40, clutch time grab.
And you can see here, Angus McLean is just having a great game so far. He has been nearly perfect, no incompletions, over 200 yards, and he's being exactly what this Knights offense needs, and he's consistent.
First and 10 from the 40, 6 minutes to go here in the fourth. Time continuing to roll. 2 in the backfield. Here is the look to throw. They will dump it out to Williams on the outside. Williams, through 2. Williams, how did he do that up the sidelines? Call him Jason Houdini because he just made a rabbit pull out of a hat and tiptoed the sidelines. Unbelievable.
I have no idea how he did that. Ducked under a fender. I thought he stepped out right there.
He's out. Hold on.
I thought he stepped out at the line. I think that Sioux Falls should definitely challenge, and there it is.
And there he is again. Sometimes this is a lesson here, Ryan, for those of you who enjoy magic tricks. Sometimes it's not real; it just happens to be what is tricking the eye, and that is what happened with Jason Williams here. As this throw and catch is made, and he gets okay. They'll give him 2 yards here. Fuentes ran him out of bounds before he stepped out.
I think you're exactly right. They should not miss this one at all.
After review, the player's out of bounds.
Yep, and they will call that one back. They're going to overturn that one. Sioux Falls will keep their timeouts, which in a game like this, Ryan, could be very important. So a challenge at the right time from A.J. Levy will stand.
Yeah, and you're right. That was, and that's a huge call to miss too, because every first down here counts as well. So now they're forcing a second down, which is huge.
4-3 look out of the Sioux Falls defense. Here is McLean on 2nd and 8 from the 41. Looking to throw, slings underneath. Oh my, caught. The original throw was a little bit dangerous. It looked like it was going right to Fuentes, but Robert Garrett Jr. is able to catch up to it.
Yeah, you're right. I thought that ball was going to go right into Fuentes' hands, but Garrett's able to catch up for it, get a positive yardage here, and now we're at a 3rd and short.
Pivotal 3rd and 4 here. I don't know if it's just yet 4 down territory. However, you might consider it here if you don't pick up this 4 yards. Here is McLean to throw. McLean going to dump it out to Williams on the outside. Williams, one man to beat. Williams got it! First down, London. He was able to fight through the arm tackle there of John Barnhart. And Jason Williams, they should rename him Jason Killiams.
You're exactly right, and anyone that tries to get in his way, especially John Barnhart trying to stop him from the first down. Are you crazy? Come on, it's Jason Williams. Of course he's going to get that first down.
New set of downs here at the 47. Empty gun look here for McLean. 4-3 look out of the Sioux Falls defense. McLean to throw, floats, tipped. Oh, bobbled around and incomplete. Oh, what a play from the linebacker.
I didn't see quite who got their hands on it, but that was an amazing play. Nearly forced Angus McLean's first interception of the game. Looks like Parker got the deflection, and the tip drill was not executed well enough.
Wow, Parker rose up like a sparrow flying up to potentially rob the Knights of a good drive, and instead it falls to the turf, and that's one that Sioux Falls tomorrow is either going to look back on and go, wow, that was about it, or they're going to completely forget it if they're able to stop London anyways. 2nd and 10 here from the 47. Give to Williams. Oh, Williams cut down. Nick Fargo is there immediately.
And yet another play by the Sioux Falls defense. Defense is stepping up here in the 4th quarter. This is a huge 3rd and long for London. They have to convert here.
Absolutely vital here from midfield as more time has been taken off the clock. 5 receivers wide here. 3 down linemen for Sioux Falls. Looks like they're playing either bump or man coverage. They're going to float one backside, tipped up and incomplete. It fell to the turf. It got deflected, and McLean is not able to convert, and I think you have to punt on 4th and 12.
I think you might be right here. Terrell Davis actually got a tip on that last one. Great play, and I don't know. I mean, it's such a long 4th down conversion that I think you're right. They will have to punt.
Try and pin Sioux Falls deep and hope that your defense can make a stop. The defense played really well through the first half, but through this second half has struggled a little bit. But if they can get one stop, here is the punt. It is away. Sioux Falls came after it. Levy's going to leave this one to bounce. It's a beautiful punt, and it's stopped. Oh, wow, what a special teams play right at the Sioux Falls 5. What a punt and stop.
And that is exactly what they needed. Special teams doing their job perfectly. London Knights able to pin Sioux Falls, and that was huge. Now Sioux Falls has a long way to go. The defense has been very good at getting stops. We'll see if they can manage it here.
Phil Hunter, the punter for London, pins them deep, and now Sioux Falls will start at their own 5. Handoff Wells. Wells right up the middle. He is able to pick up 5 on the first down carry, and if you're Sioux Falls, it's really simple. Pick up a couple first downs, run the ball, and kill the clock.
Yeah, I think you're right. That is exactly what the Sparrows should do here. Just use those 2 running backs, the Colin Hart and Jalen Wells duo that you have been using all year. You've been using them so well to run the ball. They should use them again here.
8 in the box here for London as they're going to try and stop this rushing attack. All the time coming off the clock for the veteran Julian Tyree. He hands it off right up the middle, and that is a first down carry from Jalen Wells. Nice job by him to move the chains to the 16.
And that's what I've been saying. Their rushing attack is so dynamic because of this addition of Jalen Wells, the rookie coming in. He just allows it so that they have to look at Colin Hart wherever he's going. They have to put a defender there, and Wells gets some extra room to run.
New set of downs here at the 16. 3:20 to go here in the fourth quarter. Bunch formation here for Sioux Falls. Only one in the backfield. That's Colin Hart. Tyree under center. Going to let all the time click off as he can. And Tyree going to throw here. Tyree floats one backside. Caught! Oh, somehow they make the play. Gunnar Lewis goes over the top and makes the grab at the 31.
He is 6'5". He towers over every defender on London, and this is why he's just able to go up, make a catch over the shoulder, gets hit for it. Just an amazing play for Sioux Falls, and that is opening up this drive even more, and they could look for the end zone.
First and 10 at the 31. Sioux Falls trying to protect their 7-point lead. London trying to get a stop for their offense to give them the ball back with a chance to get back in this game. Andy Hamilton along with Ryan Caudill here in the booth from London. 4-3 look out of the Knights. Offset here to this right side. They will run. Looks like a power play, and that will go nowhere. Stopped for a loss of 1. London read that one well.
And that's exactly what they needed. London needs to be able to stop the Sioux Falls team if they want a chance to get back in this game. Looks like Sioux Falls is going to run it off to the 2-minute warning.
And that actually might benefit the Knights here, Ryan, because this 2-minute warning on this side, no, they should snap this before the 2-minute warning. They will not, though. Like I was saying, it does benefit the Knights, and we'll get to that in a moment. 31-24, Sioux Falls on top of London here. Knights trying to get the ball back at home with an opportunity. Sparrows trying to put this one away. Two backs in the backfield here. Tyree under center. 2 minutes to go. They will give to Colin Hart. Hart strings it out and will only pick up a yard, and there's a timeout for London. And that, Ryan, is why the 2-minute warning, why that play on the 2-minute warning benefits London. The loss of 1 means Sioux Falls can't pick up the first down on a run play, really. They might have to go to the air here, and an incompletion benefits London even more.
So you think before that 2-minute warning, they should have stopped it and ran a pass play?
No, they should have ran the ball one more time. Shotgun look for Tyree. 5 receivers wide. London trying to get a stop. Tyree fires near side, tipped up and incomplete. London gets the stop they need. The deflection is made there on the outside by Devin Say.
And what a great play for London. They needed that. Now they get the ball with 2 minutes to go. It's time to put the ball in Angus McLean's hands, see what he can do, see if he can lead these Knights back and tie this game up or win it.
And a penalty flag here. We got to see what this is going to be. I don't think it'll give them the first down, even if it is against London. It is against London, and so Sioux Falls going to move up a little bit.
Yeah, I don't think this will change much. It just gives London an extra 5 yards that they have to gain. And those 5 yards really could be the difference between, a first down or a touchdown, anything.
Well, some news from the other game. Baltimore back up by 1 point, just fumbled at the 1-yard line. Ryan, they were 1 yard from scoring, and they fumbled it, and New Orleans recovered at the top of the fourth quarter. So plenty of action going on across the league, not only here, but over there. Here is the kick away. Gabriel Manning will try and get a return out of this, and Manning will get up to the 34. So 34 yards and 1:44 stand between London and tying this thing up.
Yeah, you're right. London is going to have to drive down the field here. This is where moments are made, legends are made. Stories are going to be told about this game if London can pull it off.
At home, they have the hometown crowd behind them. They just need the momentum to swing their way. Williams, the lone man in the backfield, 3-3 look out of Sioux Falls. Here is McLean gonna fire on the out route. Oh, wow! Talk about being in the phone booth and calling for the ball because you're open. Gabriel Manning taps the toes at the 44.
That was such a nice play, just coming out right to the line to gain, turning upfield and just leaning over the sideline, making a impossible over the shoulder catch, and makes it look easy.
1st and 10 at the 44 of London. They only take 4 seconds off the clock for that play. 4 receivers wide, a 3-2 look out of the Sparrows. They look like they're playing man coverage. Here is the throw from McLean. Dumps it across the middle. Saren Storm! 1st down to the 42 of Sioux Falls. This London team is going for it. Here is McLean. 5-step drop. Fires deep. Caught on the outside by Vincalia.
How did he do that?
The fight is still with London. Here is the throw again. Tipped up. No, caught! Saren Storm to the 15.
And they just keep rolling. London is unstoppable. They keep getting 1st down, and Sioux Falls is on their back feet. They're in the red zone knocking on the door here.
London trying to make sure Sioux Falls doesn't have time to get back into this one. They are going to line up with 2 in the backfield, but remember, they have to score a touchdown. A field goal will not do. Handoff, Jason Williams stuffed in the backfield.
Jose Fuentes with another tackle for a loss, his 8th of the year.
This is not the formation you want to be stuck in and hurry up. They'll flip it out here to Williams. Williams will only get 3 or 4. It'll set up 3rd and 9, and London smartly calls a timeout with 32 seconds.
Whew, that was a lot there to digest for that drive. London Knights just keeps driving down the field, and these wide receivers are making amazing high-point catches, going up for it, making amazing plays, and Angus McLean is looking so much better because of it.
5 receivers wide. McLean alone in the shotgun. 4 down territory here at the Sioux Falls 14. Sparrows trying to get a stop. Here is McLean to throw across the middle. Caught! 1st down to the 5! Catch made by Andy Mann down at the 5-yard line. 18 seconds to go. McLean drops, dumps across the middle, almost taken away, incomplete.
AJ Levy getting his hands on it, nearly got his 7th interception of the year, and that would have sealed this game where we are. 15 seconds to go. This is where legends are made. Angus McLean has to make a great play here. London Knights are desperate.
Crowd on their feet at Queensway. They have at least 1, if not 2 plays, depending on how it goes. McLean in the shotgun, 2 with him. Here is McLean to throw. Out route on the sideline. Caught by Manning, and he steps out of bounds. He does not even get a yard. He had to come back to collect it.
I can't believe that was such a huge misstep. He just went out a little bit too far, and now we're at a key 3rd and goal here. It's 4 down territory, but he should have been in the end zone there, but he went out a little bit too far, had to come back for the ball. His momentum carried him too much, and he missed the end zone.
That play took 4 seconds, so if they only take 4, they can run 2 more. 3rd and goal from the 5. 11 seconds left for McLean. He is going to throw underneath. Caught, tackled short of the line, and London has to burn their last timeout with 6 seconds left. Vincalia was 2 yards away from being the hero.
Oh my gosh, this game's coming down to the wire. This is going to be the last play of the game. London has to score a touchdown here. Sioux Falls has to make the stop. This is the play.
Crowd is on their feet. The suspense has risen to a near tipping point. McLean under center, empty set. 4 receivers out with a tight end. McLean under center. This will be the last play of the game either way. Whether they get it or not, this is the play. Here is McLean, looks to throw, slings back in the end zone, incomplete. Sioux Falls gets a goal line stand, and London turns the ball over at the Sparrows 2.
Wow, what an amazing game from both of these teams. Sioux Falls making a good stop on the back of who else but Jose Fuentes. He has had an amazing game, and he comes up huge here on the last play of the game, getting that deflection.
3 seconds left, and all Sioux Falls has to do is take a knee. The difficult part here, Ryan, is they can't take a knee into the end zone, although not like it would potentially, give London the lead or anything. They will line up in an I formation, handoff to Wells. Wells, it's back to the line of scrimmage, and that will do it. Sioux Falls, despite a difficult road, is able to get the victory, and Ryan, this was one for the ages.
This really was probably one of the best games I have ever seen in SFL. This just came down to the wire. Sioux Falls needed to make this goal line stand, and I think it all came in that second half on the back of Colin Hart.
Both quarterbacks remain perfect through the game. No interceptions, and both running backs really lead the charge here as Sioux Falls is able to get the victory, and an incredible one. But Ryan, I tell you what, the incredibleness does not stop over in the other game. Baltimore up 24-23 over New Orleans. 6 minutes to go in that game, and the Pharaohs have the ball. So really a big opportunity, not only in this game for London to come back, but New Orleans trying to come back in that one. And we're just getting started on a full day of football action.
Yeah, this is just one of many great games across the league today. Sioux Falls put up an amazing performance, and no discredit to London. They had an amazing game as well. Just the defense was not quite able to stop Julian Tyree and that power arm and the power back that he has behind him and Colin Hart. Sioux Falls offense is so potent. Their defense is just as good at stopping the ball, and both of these teams played their heart outs. They had amazing games, and no one should be disappointed with their performance today.
Sioux Falls gets the victory on the road. London at home will fall to 2-3 overall, down to 2-7. Sioux Falls improves to 6-3, and on the road they will improve to 3-2. And the Sparrows are probably jumping over as soon as they can to catch the end of that Baltimore game, because if New Orleans pulls that upset, that's big for the Sparrows in the playoff race. Yeah,
it has a ton of huge implications there. Baltimore does have that tiebreaker over Sioux Falls, so any record discrepancy that Sioux Falls can get there, that is what they're going to want, and that'll be a huge game for them, and this win was also huge for them going into the playoffs.
And Colin Hart is your player of the game. 170 yards and 3 touchdowns really separated Sioux Falls from London, and it really all came in the second half.
It did. He came alive, and he had a huge game. Sioux Falls just had an amazing performance.
That'll be all from us here at Queensway. Rylan Caudill along with Andy Hamilton, Cameron Irvine behind the 1s and 2s, and Mark Mello on stats. We will see you throughout today's games, all on the Simulation Football League.